put this Jenna Beck. I put it on normal speed, and I listened to some of it. She's giving me Judy Garland vibes. Garland, I think she was 46. She looked like she was 70, and she just fell apart and died. And this Jenna Beck, who was the Dairy Queen Karen, she's giving me vibes of the same sort of downward trajectory. These people are getting gaslit by whoever is above them. Whoever they answered an ad, they a word of mouth ad, or in some military classified somewhere. I've seen them pop up. I've seen some of those. And they're gaslighting these people. They didn't try to adjust to my figuring out that it's 100% scripted internet based following Snowden, like because they have access to them. They don't have access to me. So they can go all the nuttiness they want to in trying to influence me and observe me. But what do they got? They got audio. All they got is audio on me. I blocked the camera. Sure, they can see me in the supermarket. They can see me here and there. When I have to go to appointments, things like that pop up, things like that. What they can't do is mimic the unscripted nature. They can't mimic that I have my 2 master's degrees. They can't mimic my originality. They can't mimic my sincerity. They can't. So what I have a couple points that I'm thinking of here. It's just after 8:30 on Tuesday. I just have a few points I want to get across and then splice it together. So I want to be methodical, go at my own pace. Basically, point number 1, this is like a special interest right here. I'm interjecting. This is special interest. Should probably, I got Beck on, Dairy Queen Karen on pause. I should probably, and it's taking up the whole monitor. Okay. So now I can see Audacity behind me. Over 3, closing in on 4 minutes. Just want to know that it doesn't shut off by itself if I hit a button by accident or something, so, or glitches. Okay, point number 1. I can currently not download any videos off of YouTube. The only thing I can download is probably from archive.org, public domain movies, things like that. The ad blocker no longer works on Chrome. I haven't tried downloading and switching over to a new server. I'm basically out of the loop. I maybe go to Daily Mail and notice some headlines. I mean, I'm not completely out of the loop like that. But point number 1, even though I have these ideas where I could show the actual video, I could work off of this video, I can't download from there anymore. So that part of my shtick is currently over. And I did notice a week or two ago, maybe up to a month, that they are starting to prep us to want to buy new computers. They're gonna say like there's no more support for Windows 10 and we're moving, and then you know how it works. Like the last time they did some sort of jump where you either buy a new computer or you're not going online, or it's going to be really bad. It'll be text only or something like that. Buffering that takes forever. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm a different person than I was in the past, and I'm sensing that everyone else is too, as they mimic what I have had for shtick since I got on the internet. I've been up to, I'm not saying I knew as much then as I do now. I had the basic premise correct that COINTELPRO is all over the internet. And enough came out like a long time ago where I don't know, they wait till like 20 years later to go, "Oh yeah, there was no Tokyo Champ preposterosity. That guy who went after Kimberlin. Uh, so anyway, all I want to point out the mimicry yet again. The main mimicry I pointed out before, where it's easy to see that I'm not lying about it. Now, I think earlier in this audio that I'm spontaneously presenting, not spontaneously because I've been stewing in it for about an hour. Um, and I think it'll all make sense by the end, as long as I maintain steady, slow breathing. And exhaling. So I can't download the video, which it means I can't. It doesn't matter though, I have no reach anyway. I don't have to become anything. I already am. Sure, my education on the surface turned out to be a waste, but multiple individuals have told me it made me who I am. If I was able to download this Jenna Beck, her latest video, House of Dragons, she's got this TV show on, sounds British, and that's mimicry because I would talk over videos, and then I'd upload the video and add in my voice to it. I do that especially with I did that with like silent movies. Silent movies are the easiest way to do it, but I would also do with interviews and things like that. Now, I'm not saying I invented that sort of format. I think it was that what was that? The alien, the movie theater show with the aliens, and they're just talking shit about what they're watching. Um, but anyway, this Janet Beck was sent to my channel to harass me, and she is 100% COINTELPRO. The people in her condo area know all about her. She would even take film of them, and I'm out of that loop now to prove it. That's her. She was the Dairy Queen Karen, and that's why her health seems to be deteriorating rapidly, along with her alcohol. If she has to consume alcohol while making videos, like what the hell? That's low. That's as low as one gets. I already feel as if I'm dead before I die. Like I think I figured that type of thing out, like how to die, how to have like ego death or something. And it's not like you become a blank or you change, you're still the same person. I can see what they want the average individual to think about themselves and I can see what the reality actually is and how people should be. Lip smack. I think I just smacked my lip, but I barely do that. I'm missing enamel in a tooth, so the worst sound I can probably make is if if the breath hits where I'm lacking the enamel and makes like a th kind of like a type of sound. Now this woman is Jenna Beck. She's smacking those lips a lot, so she's got tardive dyskinesia going on like all over the place. And the tardive dyskinesia in her jaw, the drug-induced facial movement, I should say, because I think they try to they want people to think tardive dyskinesia is to do with psychiatry pills, and it does, but it also has to do with the illegal drugs. And through her facial movements, I was able to 100% in my conclusion, mine, what I think, that's her. That was her. And then a loser like that, who's basically was that the only time she acted like a criminal in public? I doubt it, but people can think for themselves. That's the difference between me and them. So okay, I got a few good points out so far. I think I'm done downloading videos. I'm done buying. I'm gonna have some money, I think, to buy a computer. I have like social anxiety. I'm like headed towards retirement age anyway, but I finally I finally got help, and I have disabilities. I have autism, social anxiety. I also have attention deficit. Now I can make videos on that. I can make videos on sorry to repeat my things like that. I could go into my personal life a bit on that. I could make shows about it. But no, I'm done. There's no point in any of us participating anymore on internet other than as 100% protest participation. So when I'm participating, I'm saying, you know what? We should actually whoever owns YouTube, Google, Reddit, Twitter, X, whatever you want to effing, all of it, Facebook, all of that should be forfeited. Those people should be in prison. I'm there's no debating this. There's no debating that the US military is all up into our heads, into our computers, into everything. And it's disgusting. It's so effing gross what they've done to this world. And I actually proved how it is the Freemasonry. Just look at how like there's no it's not like in the collective consciousness what happened in the 1820s when that guy leaked out the ceremonies and the basis for Freemasonry. All their secrets were dumped in the 1820s, yet that's not common knowledge. What's common knowledge is that anyone who discusses what are thought of as conspiracy theories, they're smeared. They're not taken seriously, but it's the illusion of not being taken seriously. That's all that is. Because I proved it. I proved chemtrails. I proved All you had to do was go to the weather balloons that were close, and you'd have to sit in a car and observe the skies over hours and hours to see. You'd see these trails from planes, and it didn't look like ordinary traffic. They'd be circling back and around, and it just happened to seem like they were trying to block out the sun. And they're always low. They seem low. Later, I would learn that they seem to be in the troposphere, and then I'd learn things like 10, 20, 30, 40,000 feet above us type of stuff. And then I learned what a persistent contrail is. I mean, I really looked into it. I didn't just. And I proved it with how they're 100% scripted. And this is a much easier thing to discuss because it's as if what I've come up with. Okay, just I had to pause. It seemed I'd have to put this. I get Jenna Beck and paused on that thing. I'm gonna take audio from that and show and just I'm just you don't have to believe me, but I'm pretty good at body analysis, and I think I want to show how they triggered her. The script writers triggered her. Maybe I'll put up a screenshot or two of how disheveled she looks, and she can't even speak. I put her on normal speed, and it's pathetic. It's like that movie Barfly. I think that's based on that was what was that guy's name? Why don't I remember his name? But the guy who wrote Barfly, just Google it. I feel like an idiot. I mean, I can see I can make out his imagery in my head. Not fully in color and vibrant, but um, more like an idea. That's how I see things in my head. It takes me like major effort to um make pictures in my head. I mean, it's more like an at thinking one. It's more like it feels like the meta. Like I get to the meta of what's in my head and the memories. Otherwise, they laid the information. I guess that memory is brain. Brain is memory. Um, so I could make videos. I can talk very well. And what I'm saying is very spontaneous. It's educated too. So it's not your there's like subconscious energy behind me from having master's degrees, especially the sociology one. I'm not gonna argue that a teacher degree means much, but I did get one of those too. Oh yeah, I saw the woke stuff. I could make videos on that, but I had this point earlier that I wanted to get across, but I digressed away from it. They steal everything we say. Everything is being. That's what all those data centers are. That's what all those fusion centers. They're building and building. I saw. I stumble. It's like the Dow of picking up some headlines without feeling gaslighted. That's what I try to do. And I saw one story about how people are getting fed up. It might have been West Virginia or in that area, maybe Virginia, and they're just getting fed up because you get these big computer centers being built, and they're ruining the countryside. It's probably gonna look like I know some Massachusetts where I grew up. They got it's ugly, alright. Big buildings like ruining the nature. If you go on the 128 highways, so that's what they're doing. They're expand. Now the thing is, Snowden and Assange correspond. Kind of, they put a big, huge freaking monkey wrench into all of this, and I did too. And that's why they try to break me. They try to make me look worse than I was. And and then to get to back to another point that I almost got to, but I missed. I didn't finish. So they got no. They can't really study. They can study what I produce for videos, and that's where these videos I'm making here. It's for you. It's for good people. It's for everywhere because I didn't know about COINTEL. I can't worry about COINTELPRO. But the points collide. They make it pointless to even try. So what I'm arguing for is away from them. Away from them. And that means away from internet, away from social media. Maybe not away from internet if somehow you're perfect at it, but I think you need to avoid the newspaper. I mean, you have to. I don't know. I don't know anymore what one can do in regards to personal growth. I don't know anymore. It's not internet though. That's clear. The only other couple points I will before I end this thing here. It's over 20 minutes. I want to show a point. I'm gonna grab audio off of this Beck thing. Oh, I just want a couple points then. So the mimicry, I mentioned it earlier. They have her fake reacting to a TV show, but if you look at it, if you go, I don't care if she gets 1 million page views. I really don't. If you go to it, it's House of Dragon, and one can see that she has multiple teleprompters, and even though she doesn't say much, it's still all scripted. It's fairly bizarre. And then the point is that they're studying these guys. They're studying the military. That was something I gleaned off of an article a couple years back. They're afraid of the soldier. They're afraid of people with access to the social media, dead internet, controlled. This is COINTELPRO everywhere. We see what they're doing with the DNC is an illegal organization. Everything about this government is illegal. All we really need is to legally what they're doing is not. It persists. I guess we all agree it's persisting. So anyway, it's not on me. I can't do it. I want to. I want to make things all right. I do want Mama to put things back the way I forget the Pink Floyd. But anyway, oh, she goes, anywho. Donkey Tail used to say that all the. Who's that? Oh, there's another one. One by one, all these people turned out to be in on it. This whole thing is being staged. And the beautiful thing about my channel is that none of it's staged. So so anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now, and they try to make me feel they try to make me, they know I don't want to appear too kooky or irrational. So they know I'm going to struggle. They know I'm going to want to expose that they're mimicking me. They also know that the difficulty in doing that, and they also know that that they have been able to keep me at low page views. They do that. They can do that. They did that to the internet. I'm not saying it's all about me. It's a big frickin' military and corrupt world. I'm sure they can handle not just me. And anyway, my point that I've been saying is they're studying them in regards to me. That's what I'm saying. That's a good point I just made, even though I'm bound to forget it. We're all bound to forget things. A point earlier I wanted to say, but I never got it out. They want the individual to believe that consciousness is somewhere in the brain and that it's a byproduct of nature. It's not true. And I just can't do it. They're just gonna grab. I can't do it. I cannot. I can never go back to. I can never go back to believing in medium. I feel that I've been catapulted into the moment, into the now, an indivisible now. No quarks in the moment, no atoms. So it's to be dead while alive, it's to be timeless while the conditioned ego, the ego, maybe that's superfluous. Ego implies conditioned. The ego tells us the ego. Well, again, freedom, teaching, freedom, teaching, consciousness. It's not the brain. Consciousness is the mind. And the mind is comprised of brain and body. Best case scenario, it's not when you have ego death, you don't lose the personality, you don't lose the memory. It's a journey. It's like a pizza for one, unfortunately. There are moments where we can get kind of darn close. Unison, entrainment is the word. Oh, I'm breathing so well. Yesterday I did 3 sessions of Qigong, Qigong. It's the 18 movements. I run through it twice for a session, so let's see. So it's about 30 minutes ago I do it. So if I did it 3 times yet, I was worried I was going to injure myself or this or that, but now I'm gaining, I took the leap of faith, and I think I'm doing all right. I noticed something in gleaning through, I went search engine on it. I was like, can you do it too much? Yet again, it's a pizza journey for one, unfortunately. Although, maybe I can provide a little shortcut. I think I saw something about green, yellow, and red zones. So, and they concluded the yellow zones are what you wanna The yellow zones are what one wants to master. Red means, uh-oh, you keep going there. You could hurt yourself. And green means what it implies. You're free to go. You're not being detained. You're free to go. Yes, sovereign citizen, I, policeman, am not detaining you, and you are allowed, you have the inalienable right to freedom and respect from the officer Donut Face. Yes, you can say whatever you want to me, and I can do nothing to nobody. I'm thinking of a future where the cops are the good guy. Oh, RoboCop, that's what it's gonna. Now would be a good time for someone to write out a movie like RoboCop, not like 20 years ago, whenever it was. 20 years ago, it felt much more difficult to get through to people. And now, see, I'm being drawn back into it as if any of this matters. Where we were trained to think. We were trained to think, and they know what we're thinking because they don't know exactly what we're thinking, but they know where they know. And you know what I mean without myself able to say it. They know the website. They know what we're consuming for words. What I do is I'm unscripted, so you know I'm just like anyone else you ever met. Take or leave it, and them. He or her, it, whatever you want to call yourself. Well, not it. I didn't mean it. Sorry, that would be offensive. Just because I fucking couldn't think quick enough. Like, don't use it as a. Don't go there. That's a strike. God, I'd love to be fully complicit and involved like I've been the whole fucking time. I gave them a million words to fucking AI it. Fuck them is my conclusion. Not fuck it. Fuck them. Fuck you if you're them. I mean, fuck you hard. Fuck you to the end, bitches. I mean it. I fucking mean it. The only solution is this stops what they're doing. They're in prison. The tech companies are utilities. Criminals go to jail. Good people are no longer effed with. The food's no longer poisoned. Shit like that. You fucking bitches. I might have to note to self loudness normalization. Or, I don't know. So to wrap this up, they gaslight her at the end. So my name's Seth, right? SETH. They have it in there's something about a dragon, a new dragon's coming in, and she's like saying, how the new person's coming in or whatever, a dragon rider. I don't know. I don't watch that shit. I'm just trying to watch this Dairy Queen Karen. And I always put them on mute, but for some reason today I listened in. And when they said it's around the 57-minute mark, and when she said something, I'm gonna play it. And when she read it, one can see that she read it. Maybe not everyone can see. Not everyone's gonna see. I mean, if I point it out, then maybe you can see it. And that's all I try to do in my videos. I try to point out how it's obvious that they're reading. And then I want you to think about, like, well, why would those two be 100% scripted? How is that even And then you see it going on everywhere. And then you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? One idea I would have for making a video is finding the social containment paper written up by Warren Dixon and Eglin Air Force Base. I'm reading it out. And then everyone can see how they're talking about influencers and influencer nodes and how, and then one might see why they're keeping an eye on everything I've been saying and doing. But like I said, they can't really get much out of me, and I'm providing them with all the shit anyway. I'm unscripted. I'm showing them what some random guy. They know what I tell you what I studied. I tell you what I did. They know even more than that. No, we shouldn't have to reveal everything about our lives. They shouldn't have all that information on us, and it shouldn't be accessible. They shouldn't. This is fucking disgusting what's going on. And then we know that the internet's rigged and there's nothing, and that we're not helping ourselves by going on internet. And I know you guys understand this. Otherwise, I would get comments. But I know you don't want, you want to stay incognito and not have them fuck with you like they're fucking with me. Or like they try to fuck with me. Sure, you want to stay as boring and indiscreet as you can. I don't blame you for that. They're the ones telling you to go to these fucking rallies that they script. They're the ones telling you to watch that Jimmy Dore video. They're the ones saying this and that. Which one of them's saying that everything is using hidden teleprompters? So I don't fucking play around. Oh, and to make the point, because I am doing a lot better lately, and I do tend to answer all my points, so they triggered her. One could see, I'm just going to play the audio because my computer's all fucked up now and I can no longer. They fucked up. They won't let us down. They're just, you know how they play all these ads. They want people to pay money. They don't even want you to watch. They don't care if you watch the ads. All you have to do is hit refresh the screen a few times and you're past the ads, back to the shit. There are ways around it, it seems. Or then, one doesn't care as much about watching crap. It's actually good. It's like, good, thank you. Thanks for making it toxic so I can't watch it. I appreciate that. So right at the 57-minute mark, they have her, the new Dragon Rider. The name is, I think it's Set, S-E-T. And so and then I can see the body analysis where one can probably, on a digression here, one can probably see why they got rid of Microsoft Video Editor, why they're making it so difficult to download anything, why the censorship is off the roof, or whatever the phrase is. So at that 57-minute mark, then I'm going to find it. You'd have to go to the channel, and yet again, I don't care if I'm promoting her channel. I don't give an F-U-C-K. I don't care. I could see, in my opinion, that when she read the name Set, she was reading that crap. She seems to like to read stuff before speaking it out. And then when she read that, it was like I could see a pause in her system. I can see everything. I could probably be pretty good at poker if I'm one of those older people who like, damn, I wish I knew then what I know now types. Because I'd be like more relaxed. I'd be this and that. So anyway, that about wraps it up. I think I got all my points across. the mimicry, how I have a shtick, or I had a shtick where I was like watching stuff and commenting on it. Hers is really bizarre though. You have to like watch her, and all you do is you hear like a tinny audio in the background of the show, and she's really like down and out, drunk, like really barfly. Or what's that guy? Not Henry. Henry Miller is blocking me from Bukowski. I found out now. Why couldn't I remember his name? Charles Bukowski. That guy knew what was going on. So I'm like a Charles Bukowski type. I think Charles Bukowski wrote for like anyone who went to like liberal arts college, even in community, whatever. If you're into it, you didn't even have to go to college. But if you're into it, thinking and being down to earth, then Bukowski's the man. So that'll about wrap it up. And then I have to put this together. I'm gonna piggyback to the end of this an old video I made from a year or two ago on Donkey Tail, Peter Richard Mormon. Maybe I'll speak directly to anyone in the U.S. military or Five Eyes with access to Prism, PRISM, to the files, to any individual's files, and the system. I'll speak directly right now to any of you. I want you to look into these people. I want you to look into it and see that what I'm saying is true. We're tired of this shit. I don't care. You have to stop caring. You have to be brave. Like Edward Snowden and Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning. Okay, that's it. I've got plenty of work now to do to put this together, including grabbing the audio of Jim Beck with getting triggered from what the scriptwriters had her say. And that's where the point is, that they're the ones being studied, not me. The potential Snowden, I get nothing. I can't get nothing. I have no document. I have no access to it. I do all this shit from the top of my from my mind. I came up with all this on my own. Do you realize how smart someone has to be to figure out who they were in a previous life? Do you know how an analogy would be to people out there who had to self-diagnose the autism? That's sort of what I'm talking about. That level of awareness. It's up to about 45 minutes, or it will be in about a minute or whatever. I feel like I've said everything I needed to, and now I have a lot of work to do to like I was going a bit nutty. I have to noise reduce or delete something. Not delete, I'll block it out. And then I'm gonna add it at the end of this is a video or two from a couple years ago outing. If anyone remembers the semi-famous social media poster called Donkey Tail, He's now claiming to be a Jimmy Jean, and anyway, the videos cover it. And I DOX'd them, the bitches. I did to them what they tried to do to me, but I'm the winner, and that's why I declared victory in my previous video. I declared victory over the bitches. I'm free? I already died before my death, and I'm free. You done how did I not win? How do you not lose? You've lost total. No one wants to post anymore. They don't trust it. How do you win this? How did you win? How did you not lose? Talking to them, not us.
We have another dragon set. Okay, dude trapped in the dragon pit, trying to figure out how to get out.
This guy Donkey Tail reads off of a monitor. You can see that he's scripted. He talks as if he's scripted. So his co-host, they don't show the co-hosts. One of the co-hosts was having a technical issue, or claimed to have a technical issue. Then when you hear Donkey Tail talk, pipe in, one can just tell that he's reading. You listen to the intonation, and then one can tell, they get a feel for when someone is not organic, they're not being themselves.
We don't hear the echo, man. I don't hear it. Do you hear it, Tony?
Really? I hear myself.
Well, you know that's a technology to make people stop talking. That
There
they put an
you
echo in your 2 seconds after you say it. It makes you stop talking almost immediately.
Right. Now I'm here. I'm still hearing myself. No, I'm hearing myself in my. This is really weird. And I don't know where it's coming from.
This happened once before. Remember that, Tony? This happened once before.
That's true. What did we do last time? Did you exit out, like take your mic off and then turn it back on, Billy? Or how did we fix this last time? Like a little feedback loop.
I'm literally hearing the show.
Okay, so you're hearing
It's
the show
playing in my ears.
You got a window open somewhere. Maybe you got an Aftermath window open.
We're live on Aftermath, aren't we?
Yes,
Jimmy?
we are. And
But I can't do the show like this because I'm literally hearing everything we're saying before. So it's like an echo in my ear, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Weird. You want to play little tunes and then we'll come back?
Yeah, I guess. Hold on a second.
Maybe that'll fix it.
So this guy, I blogged with him because he was a blogger on my blog, DFQ2. I was somehow able to get an alternative email address. I was a cyber sleuth. Got sued by Brett Camberlin. I was exposing fake news pretty much as soon as I got on the internet. I became an internet addict in late 2006 into 2007. That's when I took the full dive. Maybe even before then. I think when I started was just about exactly when Ariana Huffington had started Huffington Post. There was no registration for it. It was a free-for-all. About half a year ago, or at some point, the Disinfo Show program grouped this guy, Jimmy. He claims to be Jimmy Jean, but his real name is Peter Richard Mormon. They grouped him with Poinkinen. They tried to bring in the conspiracy side much more blatantly, much more in our faces. They did that with Poinkinen and his side projects. They hooked up Poinkinen with Sam Tripoli, who goes on Joe Rogan. So this is very incestuous. It's very complex. There are a lot of people we don't even know unless you go searching for them. They get lower page views than me, yet they're out there, and there are a lot of them. They have people like Poinkinen go on their show as guests. They act as if he's like a bigwig or something in independent media. It's all a scam. This guy Franco Analysis brings in the conspiracy angle. He brings in weird-looking people who look like they're ready to join some terrorist group or something. I put up the clip here and there because it's easy for me to find it. I'd make much better videos, the actual video part, but I'm now swamped in the excess of how much video blogging I did. Before then, for years, I was writing. I was on forums at my blog, but I was on the left-wing forums. That's how I know Darky Tail. A lot of people know Darky Tail. That's why I made a few videos before out and explaining who this guy really is, and it got some page views. This is when I was getting next to no page views. But when I added Darky Tail, all of a sudden a few people popped up to see what I was on about. He mentioned that his mom recently died on the show. This show is from like a week ago. It's download. I'm not going to go fishing around too much. I am going to find one exact clip where this 68-year-old boomer claims to be Generation X. He says it with a straight face. They're not joking about it. Donkey Tail's mom died, I believe, around 2010, 2009. Maybe before that, I'm not sure. Donkey Tail would mention it. And his dad died more recently. These people, they mix in fact with fiction. So some of the things Donkey Tail would say were true. Most of it was false. Like how he now claims to be a Generation X. That's a lie. So I'm going to play that clip. I'm also going to show his glasses, the reflection off of his glasses. These people are sloppy. They're idiotic. They can't deal with unexpected outcomes. The unexpected outcome is that I have Asperger's, and people like me are very focused, and we never let go. We're very honest. We're into truth. So when we find something out, we do not let go of it. We're very much against injustice and hypocrisy. This clown's name, yet again, I'll just repeat it. It's Peter Richard Mormon. I was the wrong guy to F with back in the day. I'm still surviving. I'm still alive. I'm still cooking. There's Alexandrovna is no longer cooking. She's the one I outed as a paid fake. From Raw Story, Brad Friedman is a paid fake. I doubt anyone cares what he's saying. No one cares. There's so many paid fakes that they never go away. They're done, but they stick around. Mike Rivero is still making his Disinfo Show podcasts. The What Really Happened guy. So yeah, I'm not going to go fishing around for clips, but the one clip I do want to show right here, in addition to the one I previously just showed at the beginning here, is how he's claiming to be Generation X.
Michael Laureate in the chat said boomers and technology don't mix.
I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X.
No, it's not you. I think he's talking about Billy.
Billy's Gen X.
I know.
Close.
We're all Gen X. I guess because my hair is white, I look older.
You're a Gen Xer.
I know. So I wonder what's happening on Aftermath right now.
I clicked on it. It said it was playing like an advertisement.
It looks like it's playing a replay right now with.
That should about do it for audio. It's early in the morning. I woke up. I made the text bigger on the computer. I can see again. I don't know why it takes me forever to update my life with these little things that make it easier. When you got autism, you're perpetually daydreaming. That's what I think anyway. I thought I was just idealistic and daydreamer type. I just thought I was a sensitive guy. Then a couple of years ago, I go, oh, that's what this is. I have autism. That's great. I'd rather it be called Asperger's because that seems to supply a bit more integrity to the stereotype. And the irony of the stereotype is that it hides people from figuring out that they have it. They're like, but I'm nothing like that guy. I'm nothing like that. But then you find out, oh, I am like it like that. Oh, that's what that is? When those sounds frickin' they pound at me? That's called autism? Oh wow, that's good to know. I'm glad I know that now. That's really, that's helpful.